Hey, my friends, Happy New Year! This year has been incredibly rewarding and hard all at the same time, navigating the sandwich generation with the aging parents and my 6-year-old twins, and of course, my own aging body, all of while serving all of you in the best way I know how. I wanted to say thank you to the followers and the community members and all of the clients who have made this year absolutely amazing. I have been incredibly blessed with an amazing support system with my family and friends where they just support all of my dreams moving forward, which allows me to be able to support you guys in so many ways. That said, you did it. If you've been with me this year, whether following along social media, the school or Facebook communities, or doing during classes or challenges that have been held, do you even know what you've built? Well, let me tell you what you did. This year with the parenting later, just going back just a few months, we dove into September where you learned the micro wins matter. That small sacred shifts build momentum, and that momentum doesn't require any massive transformations. Lastly, we explored how ordinary moments matter more than you thought. Then, by tackling the boundaries that breathe in October, we said no to protect your peace. You set boundaries with time, energy, your relationships, and traditions. And this allowed you to step into the holidays with a steady pace instead of being feeling stretched to the max. Mostly, we discovered that limited roots in love help to protect your peace. November, now that brought rooted rhythms. We installed the internal anchors that keep you grounded when the world gets really loud around you. You learned to prep light and love heavy. We nourished before we served, and to walk into the holidays rooted instead of bracing for the worst. And in December, well, let me tell you, in December, we found the peace and the pause. This is where we brought it all together by learning self respect, how to close loops, when to say no with conviction when it really mattered. And then, of course, the importance of tiny repairs. This one was really big. The tiny repairs that make all the difference in the world and changes everything. So, finding your courage to receive help, that was a big one for me, especially since I have a hard time doing that. I'm always taking care of everybody else. So, me having to ask for help is tough, but it's very key to surviving in the sandwich generation. That's for sure. So, the other thing that we did was we learned to let joy be imperfect. That said, meaning instead of micromanaging everything, we let it hold itself for what it is and let the joy just be what it is. We learned how to hold space for what hurts, whether it's past or present hurt. And all this while we were finding peace in waiting. Waiting is difficult, but finding peace in the waiting, when everything is difficult and everything around you is spinning out of control, that's a big one. Now, you didn't just survive 2025 month to month or practice by practice. We built a foundation together with the nervous system regulations and the sustainable boundaries, grounded rhythms, and peace that holds even when life doesn't pause for you. And most importantly, we did it through exhaustion, through overwhelm, through the relentless demands of parenting in life later in life, sorry. Throughout these days that you thought you couldn't keep going, you kept showing up. And you kept choosing presence over performance. You kept returning to what grounds you. You're not the same person you were in the beginning of the year. Your nervous system knows things that it didn't know back then, and your body holds the capacity it didn't hold before. You have the anchors now that weren't there a few months ago. That's not luck. That's the work that we've been working on in our communities. Parenting later, unseen journey, and that's why now you're ready for what's next. Because January isn't about starting over. It's about going deeper, like way deeper, into the practice that weaves through everything you've already been building, the practice that makes all of it feel more real, more grounded, and more alive. I can't wait to show you what happens when gratitude becomes embodied, when it stops being just a nice thought and becomes the way you move through life. So get ready. You're on fire, and we're ready to take on the new year with a new kind of presence and confidence. What's coming will change everything. So see you in January.